Crankin simplified. Click that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Brian HATHCOCK, and I am the Ubeer fisherman. I want to break down deep summer hot patterns. It's the middle of July. It's supposed to be like 96 degrees today. The water temperature is around 81. See, in the summertime, I focus on three things because bass need these things. They need oxygen, and lots of it. Where do we find oxygen in the summer? First place is wherever there is current or moving water. The second thing is these fish will go deeper and sit on the edge of these points. They'll be on the main lake. The third place the fish will be is grass. So three things that I always key in on summertime. To me, it feels very important. Like I said, I'm going to break down cranking as simple as I can. Cranking is something that you got to practice doing. You're going to get hung up a bunch. It is what it is. So my cranking system, I'm going to break it down. 8 cranking rod system. Okay, I have 2 for shallow. 2 of these rods, they carry 2 different baits. They carry a square bill. Then I'm going to have something that dives 6 to 7 feet beside of it. So, you know, if that, 3 to 5 foot range, I stop hitting the bottom or stop hitting stuff, then I pick up the next one. And again, I pair it with the same kind of line, around 10, 12 pound, fluorocarbon. So that's going to cover up to my 6 foot in depth. The next 6 come from. I do them in pairs, 2, 2, and 2. I'll have something that runs 10 to 12 feet, same bait, same size rod, 2 different size lines, same bait, one on 10 pound, one on 12 pound. The reason why I do this, the bait that has 10 pound test will run a little bit deeper than the bait that has 12 pound test. So if I pick up and I'm throwing, that bait that's running, 12 feet, if it's really digging the bottom really hard and I'm having a hard time working it through it, then I'll pick up the one with the 12 pound test and it gets it up in the water column just a little bit more. Makes it easier to work. Same way, 12 feet. Now I'm going to go to that 14 to 16 foot depth. Same rod setup, 2 different pound tests, 10 and 12. Same principle. That lighter line, that bait's going to go a little bit deeper. And then my last set of rods, if I'm throwing 19 plus, same way, 10, 12. The big key with cranking, to me, like I said, everybody is different, but this is what works for me. I feel like that this bait has to bounce off of something. We need some deflection, some erratic movement, something that's gonna make it bam, 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 bam. Jerk around and make those bass sit and just go and grab it. Deflection. I don't care if you're hitting off the bottom, if you're bringing it down through a weed line and bouncing it through the weeds. Something, hit it off of something. There's a lay down, throw that square bill out there, bump it and hit it up against the side of the wood. Bang the wood a little bit, bang those rocks a little bit. Bass, they're there. I call it knocking on the door. Don't be afraid to hit something with these guys. They got a lip for them to go over and around things, especially the square bills. Today's design is great. It doesn't matter. You can go out on these points. You can, work them any way you want. I go from the bottom side of the current and I keep my nose in the current and I always cast in the wind and I'll work them around. So if I find some isolated brush piles out on a point, what I'll do is I'll get set up on it. I use marker buoys. I throw them out there. I ain't scared to use a tool that's going to help me pinpoint a better location and give me some more accuracy. The whole goal is to put fish in the boat. People are like, I ain't throwing that out there. Hey, if it helps you visualize and see your target, then why not? It's a tool to be better. So let's say if we find an isolated brush pile on the end of this point where it drops off. Let's say if it's 10 feet deep. I'm going to throw that thing out there past it and get it down to that 10 foot range. And I'm waiting for that bait to go by and hit it. You want to hit it. Most of the time after it hits, if it deflects off, if you pause for a second, man, that's normally where those bass are just going to, they're going to grab it. So boat positioning is another big thing. but you want this bait to beat off of something. Man, that's about as easy as I can make crank. Like I said, this is just what works for me. Thanks everyone for your support. Leave your comments and questions. Until next time, work hard, play hard, fish hard.